Hey y'all, first thing I want to say is happy holidays. I hope everyone has a fun and safe time. Be very careful, this time of year can be just as fun as it is dangerous. With that being said, let's get started. Welcome to Think On It, the series about theories. Today we're looking at Rick and Morty, and the theory being Mr. Poopy Butthole season predictions. I have a feeling I'm not going to get tired of saying Mr. Poopy Butthole this episode. And I know what you must be thinking. Well, Frog, you did an episode of Rick and Morty before, so what, is Rick and Morty going to be your only theme on here? Well, no. If you must know, I initially planned on doing a Little Nightmares episode. However, I chose this one for two reasons. Number one, this is a timed event. Christmas is right around the corner, and this is actually a Christmas themed special. And number two, well, I never made a holiday special. I started making videos around Halloween time, and I didn't make any kind of special for that. I didn't do anything for Thanksgiving, so I wanted to do something now. So there we have it. Anyway, this theory explains that Season 3's finale of Rick and Morty actually had a hint as to when we should start seeing the next season. To be a little more specific, this theory is actually about Mr. Poopy Butthole's season prediction at the very end of that finale, and what exactly he says in the finale. After the end of the credits, we see him sitting down with his family, having dinner with his wife and his child. He goes on to start explaining a few things, talking about what he's been doing this season, apologizing and explaining why he hasn't been in Season 3 whatsoever. And then he goes on to say a string of quotes that triggered this theory. When talking about Season 4, he directly says, "See you in Season 4 in like a really long time. I might even have a Santa Claus beard, a couple of grandkids, and all that kind of stuff." And now from line to line, it doesn't really seem like he's really saying much there. However, when you look at the line about the Santa Claus beard, that's what triggers this theory to really come into existence. This line triggered many fans to believe that we'll see the next season closer than you'd think. A big piece of evidence to this theory is just how accurate Mr. Poopy Butthole's prediction was with Season 3 at the Season 2 finale. Same thing with after the credits, we see a short with Mr. Poopy Butthole kind of telling what happened at the end, saying, "Ooh-wee, this is a very interesting way to end a season." He then goes on to say, "Tune into Rick and Morty Season 3 in like a year and a half or longer, blah blah blah." That's actually the only important part there. Now, this episode aired October 4th, 2015. And keeping this in mind, if you follow your calendar all the way up until the first episode of Season 3, that aired April 1st, 2017. And when looking at your calendar, you see that the prediction is actually super precise, almost exactly 1 year and a half since the last episode. Then by looking at his longer statement, you realize that that's just as accurate because the next episode didn't appear until July 30th of that year. That was almost 3 months after the first episode of Season 3. On top of this, just recently, in November 22nd, 2017, Adult Swim released a short of Mr. Poopy Butthole called Poop in My Butt. This short was just a quick recap on Mr. Poopy Butthole's life from what we've never really seen before. It shows him getting married, it shows him having his kid, it shows his cat, it shows a dog, it shows him graduating, all this stuff. It's just a nice, short, sweet short. But it does hint the biggest factor of this whole theory. They are still working on the series. With no official word by Adult Swim, there is big speculation that Season 4 might not be a thing, but this short really does shed light saying, hey, there is still work being done on it, which could very well mean that Season 4 is being worked on as we speak. Plus, with this coming out just a little bit over a month before Christmas, it kind of does play into the whole Santa Claus beard part that Mr. Poopy Butthole says earlier. My biggest issue with this theory is that people are looking at what they want to see rather than the whole picture here. Yes, he mentioned something about a Santa Claus beard, but he also says, "See you in Season 4 in like a really long time." He also then says, with a couple of grandkids and all that kind of stuff. Now, looking at that episode with Season 3 finale, we see that his kid is still just a toddler. His wife still has to feed him. So that definitely shows that it's gonna be quite a while before we see Grand Poopy Butthole. I just had to work that name in there somehow. I thought it was really clever. So this plays into the part that when he says a really long time, he legitimately does mean a long time. And the Santa Claus beard mention could just be because he would be an old man by then. That's all it could be. At the end of it though, just like how Rick explains to us, it's a TV show. So who cares? That's all I have for this theory, guys, but I would love to know your thoughts. If you had anything to add on it or anything to take from this, definitely leave it in the comments below. Let me know what you think. Do you think that this is a legitimate theory, or do you think that it's just exactly what I said? People are looking at what they want to see. Thank you for watching, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please like and subscribe. I have 3 different series going on at any given moment. I release a new video every Wednesday and Saturday, and for you gamers out there, I also have Let's Plays that I keep up to regularly. With all that said, y'all have a great day. Y'all have a great holiday. See you next time.